should all be recording now. And going back into No Man's Sky for Polestar. And we have 1 day remaining according to this, so I guess I better get myself going. I'm probably gonna do it over a couple of sessions today, and it's possible we could get it done today, or we'll finish it up tomorrow. But here we go. Yeah, I'll have to pick up the pace a little bit and do a little less be distracted, but on the other hand, we still really have time. I mean, the guys can get it done in an hour because they just focus on doing exactly the thing that needs to be doing. I do not necessarily do that myself, but I will try to be more focused. So what we're going to do when we get in is we're going to go look at the expedition and kind of read through what I have to do next, and then kind of try and do it in that order, give or take. Now we'll be keeping an eye out for the pirate events to do those, because those are the ones that are a little challenging to do. We'll send out the fleet, I think, one more time, and then that will be done. And then I've got like 2 scouts that need to be hired. So there's a few sundry things that aren't about building. But one of the things that's nice about the Polestar is it's mostly about getting your freighter built up. And I actually really love this particular expedition, just because I used a freighter a lot. And in fact, one of the reasons I used a freighter so much is because when the Polestar came out this year, I really grew to appreciate it. And that was with the different freighter setup. At that time, we had the old freighter setup, and so it's been really different to play it with the new one, you know? So. Or wait, no, that's when they introduced the new freighter setup, wasn't it? That would have to be. Yeah, so. Yeah, you could. Yeah. You can really go the whole game without putting a base down and just, you know, staying in one system or whatever. Or you do go through different system. Alright, here I go. I'm debriefing the commander. We're just going to click right through it, even though I think some of these... Sorry. Ground crew isolated while scouting planet whatever. They ingested local fruit while awaiting rescue seeds sprouted. And the rescue team scanned resulting hybrid entity but declined to bring them back on board. Yeah, events happen to these crew, I'll tell you what. And if you read through, you'll find out what they are. Okay, I got the 3 fleet expedition, so that's awesome. I also got something I'll be able to sell for money, and that is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and claim the reward because you get frigate fuel, mineral compressors, explosive drones, and holographic analyzers. So we're just going to do that. Now, all those things, the mineral compressor and that's all stuff that helps the fleet when you send them off. Yeah. What a good idea. So, what I'm going to do with those items, so, yeah, let's wait a while, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them into storage, except for the stuff I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell the box of timeless metalwork and river fern clipping. I am going to put the compressor into the exosuit. Not the exosuit. Oh, why am I putting in the exosuit? Storage container, Katrina. Sorry. I had kind of a rough night, so if I'm making sketchy decisions, that is what is going on. Okay. Yes. Alright, so now I am going to look at the expedition. Now, we just got done with phase 1, and it's all complete, and I've claimed everything in phase 1. We are now on phase 2. I need to talk to the navigator commander and get the log. And then we need to reach the second rendezvous, so that's just, warping somewhere. Then we need to create an exocraft orbital materializer, which we'll get, I think, when we do the log 2. And then in the rendezvous 2, we get the teleport chamber. Woohoo! Okay. We need to deploy the Nautilus submarine. And then technology room expansion plans will come when we do Across Infinity, when we do the teleport chamber. And then we've got the Engine of Life, we've done that, and we've done the Air That We Breathe. Now, we have the optional hospitality one. That might happen off-screen if I do it, just because there's some things that can be done at the same time or not at the same time with Mom. And it will depend on how the quest goes. It might be the last thing that I do to finish up. And then phase 2 will basically be done then, regardless of the hospitality, and so we'll be able to claim that one. Phase 3 is another one where we visit the ship's log and we get some colors, and it's also one of my favorites because we get some of the decorative base parts. And these base parts, one of the reasons that I like them is they're freighter base parts, usually stuff you have to go and fight critters for in the abandoned crashed ship, or not crashed ship, but the abandoned ships in space, so it's nice to not have to necessarily worry about that. And then Rendezvous 3 has the stellar extractor room plans, so we're looking forward to that. Then all we have to do is construct that stellar extractor room, and that'll give us power and industry. And then we're working on the 3 pilots. In fact, I have space, so really, when we get to the second rendezvous, or whatever next star system we go to, I might wait a bit, or run downstairs, wait a bit, and see if I can hire the guys. Because sometimes when you arrive, you start getting some of those ships coming in. It depends. The alternative is just go to a star base and wait there. Then shoot down pirates. We have 1 of 8, and that's just basically as we find them, we shoot them. We did the scanner room, so that's done. Or not the scanner room. We completed the expedition, so that's done. And then the next thing is we construct a scanner room on the freighter. I love that scanner room far more than I thought I would. It seems like it's redundant because if you have discoveries, a lot of times if somebody's already discovered the systems, all of that's already available anyway. But it's nice to be able to go and get a broad picture of what's going on. It does not tell you if things have activated copper necessarily the first time around, but once you get out there, it starts to clarify a bit. After you do that, you get your galactic trade room, and you can add that. You get home comforts from that one, and then phase 3 is done. And phase 4 is basically done, except for visiting, or reading the log and visiting the rendezvous. And then finally, phase 5, we go to the, we read the log, we go to the rendezvous. We've done the life beneath the sky, which is the animal. And then it's basically, got 4 more. I need 1 more fleet, like frigate. And then after we've done Rendezvous 4 or Rendezvous 5, we'll be able to contact something in space that will give us the ability to get the Singularity engine, and then all we have to do is fire that off. So we're actually, weirdly enough, we're actually far closer than it looks like to being done. So, yeah, we're getting there. So I think what I'm going to do is let's go talk to the captain real quick. Okay. We're going to access the ship's log. And you're going to say no new records to report because you have to go to the rendezvous to see the log. Oh, I realize what's going on. I can't hear the ships come in because I have my sound off. I was like, man, there's no ships coming in. I don't know why. And then my remote just said, no, please hold. I actually, I use a big screen TV for this, which makes sense because I'm using an Xbox. Oh, it keeps turning down. I don't want it to keep turning down. All right. Please hold. Well, I guess my sound is going to stay off for a moment, so... I will have to figure that out later. I think I know what happened. My cat drinks water out of a bowl on my table, and I think that water got into my remote. That's what I think happened. Yeah, if the sound is not working, it goes down. So I'm at 10 now. And I went ahead and muted it because there's no point because I won't hear it anyway. Yep. Yep, I will have to adjust the things here. Alright, so... when the garage doors, not the garage door, but the freighter doors are open like that, there's usually a chance that there's going to be someone flying in. But in that case, I think that's just open because I came down here and it thinks I'm going to fly out. But it's interesting to me that the door that's open is not the door. Oh, there we go. Come on, team. I just need someone to fly with me. Alright, well that's all I'm going to do for that for right now. We'll just go warp to the second rendezvous and see if we can't pick somebody up there. Hello, navigator. Let's see, it says it's out of jump range. Well, yeah, it would be. So we're gonna come back up one. Why is it out of jump range? So, let me take a look here. The cadmium drive that we just got. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yep, I'll just have to, yeah, go to the next one. Yeah, because we're We're not quite. Oh, it does that thing. It says we have 337, but we're just outside of that range there. Yeah. All right, we're gonna see if we can't get some quantum mirrors, or not mirrors, the computers and the amino chamber. Yeah, so that'll give us a chance. We'll stop here at this space station and see what we can find. It's like shopping on the way when you're on a trip. Stopping at those, you know, break times and get and goes, or Walmart. Yes, that one in Texas. Yeah. That big truck stop in Texas. Yeah. That does look fun. That would be fun to go visit at some point. And I think part of the reason I would even want to go is I hear they have really good food. And I am a fan. It's kind of like, it's like every town has their specialties. Like the one I'm in, we have a mom and pop, you know, kind of diner that they just, oh my goodness, it's glorious. You know, it's basically not home cooked food, but it might as well be. You know what I mean? Very good. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to go visit the space station and see if we can't acquire amino chambers and quantum computers. Worst case is I'll, oh, why? Wait. Got the door opening. The door closed. Oh. Well, I thought, because I noticed the door opening and there was going to be a ship, but no, I guess they just open all the doors when you're getting ready to fly. Good to know. Oh, come back. About to overshoot the station here. I do like, some of these stations are so pretty. Like with their patterns, shapes. And you're like, they must have a very good maintenance crew. Yeah, because there's no panels off. It's looking good. Get our exosuit upgrade. These days, you know, in the previous expeditions, it was worth it to wait to purchase the exosuit. But now that there are so many slots to get, you might as well get them along the way as you find time. Oh, look at this. Little tiny pop gun. This is the holdout gun, I guess. And it says, it looks like it's a science. So, a little science pop gun there. Hello, sir. We're not going to look at the modules right now because I'll just be tempted. And I have 3 scanners, so I don't really need to. Alright, hello guys. I am here to find out if you guys got quantum computers or what. Yes. Okay, that's the solar mirror, but I need the quantum computers or the amino chamber. Let's go try the other side. Sometimes with this, you can find different things on different sides. Okay, that's the science. There's a shuttle. I might go ahead and hire the science guy. And we'll remember I can let him go. Hello. I need a recruit, sir. Oh my goodness. We're totally getting this guy. An Okay, that's right. Let's check and see. You might have a good option for a quantum anything. Let's see. Offer to trade. You got a solar mirror and hydraulic wiring. Well, thank you. I am going to grab your phosphorus because I haven't had any of that recently. We'll get the tritium. And actually the pugnium. Oh, and the copper. Alright, so there we go. Thank you, sir. I'm very interested in hiring you. Look at that. Outstanding. Right on. Okay. Sir, I need a quantum computer or an amino chamber. Solar mirrors. We got solar mirrors here. That seems to be.
Product received. Product received.
Alright. Thank you. Like, hold on. Alright, sir. Or madam. Sometimes it's hard to tell with these guys. Let's see. Hermetic seal to bronze, uranium. I am gonna go ahead and grab some copper and gold. Alright, thank you. I appreciate your time. Check out the galactic terminal up here. Yeah, I checked the other side.
Product received.
We're gonna take this and put it in a starship. And this we're just gonna put down here. The phosphorus can get used in the multi-tool. And in your suit, yes. Alright, we do have the option of stepping back one and checking their galactic terminals too, so we might do that real quick. Magnetic resonator. Well, that's very nice, but not what I need. Sir, I need a quantum mirror or an amino chamber. Not mirror, quantum computer. Sorry, my bad. Alright, well, we're getting to the point where I might have to just call the Nexus and buy it. And then make it. Those are also options. I do have enough nanites to do that. And I don't have to purchase any more spaces on the squadron per se. Alright. Well, I'm thinking of going to the Nexus, just buy the recipes, is what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. The recipes. Alright. It is a medium run, we're not trying to hurry, yeah. go back to the freighter. The nice thing is we can warp directly to the freighter, regardless of whether we have a teleporter just yet. So, I remember how happy I was when they gave us these options. Make sure we have enough fuel. We do. We have plenty. Alright. And off we go to Instus, where the second rendezvous is. Flying, we're flying. And my Xbox slowed down on me just a little bit because we're about to get out. Here we are. Sometimes, you know, the Xbox, it'll have that momentary pause while you're flying that lets you know you're just about to hop into the next system. I am, and look, it says on the screen, new expedition log entry available. So basically, if I'd paid attention to that, I would know when these things are available. That is funny. All right, hello, sir. I am going to access the ship's log, and there it is. Alright, it says expedition rendezvous system located, reach the second rendezvous point. Awesome. So now I'm gonna claim this prize, which is the orbital exocraft materializer plan. And since we know we have to put that in, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in if I have all the materials. I do and don't. I need to get some ionized cobalt going on here. Although I've also got the yellow paint plans. More colors, more colors. Alright, just a second. We need ionized cobalt. I have plenty of cobalt to do that with, so there's that. I take the ferrite dust out. Wait a second. And then it also said I needed some warp fuel. So let me get in a little closer. 1, 2, 3.
Product constructed.
And then 1, 2, 3.
Product constructed.
And then 1, 2, 3.
Product constructed.
There you go. Get into here. It says I have 50 cobalt, but I ran out of power. That's the only thing about the personal refiner versus like the refiner on the ship. The refiner on the ship gets its power from, well, the ship, but you have to provide the power for your personal refiner. I'm going to go ahead and put this here and then do that. Alright, let's go find a place here to put the exocraft. I'm going to make a little more hallway, I think. Okay, now according to this, the exocraft kind of matches on the side of the refiner anyway. but I'm gonna just put it a little distance away, and then I'll start building the storage out to sort of connect to it. There's your orbital craft. And that got us the milestone. So if we go into the expeditions, we can claim that, and that'll get us the Nautilus chamber plan. So we'll be ready to do that when we go. Yeah, in the water, trying to get it. Yep. Yep. Oh, actually, what I need is the metal plating. We have everything for the Nautilus chamber. Yep. Yep. All right. So I'm gonna grab it from the from the storage. All right. Yeah, that's exactly why I bought the salt. I'm gonna take the. I think the crystal are still in the starship. So. All right, there we go. So. And the salt is also in the starship. Well, how exciting! All right, so I do have enough to just go ahead and put the specialist room in. So I might do that just for fun. You don't necessarily get a reward for that one, but there's a sense of being completed when you do it. So. All right, cool. Oh, I did. Yeah. The Nautilus takes the crystal sulfide, the salt, and 5 metal platings. So I'm gonna make 5 metal platings before I go down. So. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. I think I'm gonna move the salt and the sulfide over into my exosuit, just symbolically speaking, but that way, if I happen to wander away from the ship, yeah, I'll have it. Alright, now what we're gonna do, what I traditionally do, is I go to the space station first, so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna look at the teleporter. Because there are going to be people who've already built bases near the rendezvous. As a medium player, I am going to take advantage of that. If the bases are still there. Sometimes when people play the game, they quit, and then the base kind of disappears. And I guess this is why I would say we probably need more save points if they're going to be having more expedition, because I love the expeditions, but I also love keeping my stuff from the expeditions, and I'm not so skilled at the whole I want to say sharing of stuff between my saves. I don't know how to do that, so I can keep my stuff. Fortunately, we've learned to sort of use the multiplayer, but there's no direct way to do it if it's just you. Right? No, you have no science anything, but thank you, sir. Well, you had no quantum computer, no solar anything, no amino chamber. That's one. I am over at the space station, yes. Ooh, I found an amino chamber. Buy that amino chamber. Sir? Yeah, no, I figured. Sometimes, you know, it just lags between the actual gameplay and the video on the live stream. And it has to do with settings that in the Xbox I have no control over, really. I try to set it to like the medium setting for the video so it looks good. But it just depends, you know. That is a space. I'm getting my exosuit. Oh, there's another pop gun here. It's not as nice as the other one. It's well, a little pop gun here. It's not as nice as that one science gun in that other system was. It's just a regular old multi-tool, so to speak. But I like the colors, actually. So it's kind of that, you know, complementary color situation. Yeah. And the other one was not a V. The other one was a C class, so. Yeah. Yes. Yes, and quality of yeah. Yep. All right. Almost. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because that is the one thing we really don't have right now. The nice thing about the hospitality reward is it gives you the Atlas passes and the glyphs too. And so there's a good reason to try for that hospitality if you can. Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole. Oh, is that a fighter? It sure is. Please hold. Just a little B class fighter, but I just need one more scout. So, hello, sir. Do you happen to have a quantum computer by any chance? No, you have hydraulic and you have amino acid chamber, but I already have one of those. But sir, I would like to recruit you. Ooh, I would like to recruit you. So, thank you. Woohoo! Awesome. It gave me the prize. It totally did. Alright, I am totally claiming that prize. Supreme Pulse Engine upgrade, Supreme Launch Thruster upgrade, Supreme Starship Shield upgrade. Yes, we're taking all of that. Awesome. Guess that was a little too slow for that guy. Take a moment to jump into my vector and then remember that I only have one space left. That's okay. Let's see. Choices, yeah. Yeah, you know, I could put them in the little purple one, couldn't I? Alright, we're gonna move these over into the freighter. Like, oh no. Alright, so that's fine. Oh, just the, you know, the fact that I couldn't fit them in this ship. Yeah. Although, I think what I am going to do, I'm going to go ahead and claim the recycling here while I'm here. That's also got a launch thruster. Well, that's kind of nice. Alright. I'm going to put this in my suit, because I do have plenty of room in my suit. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double... No, I guess I can't double down on that. Never mind.
Technology recharge.
Sir, do you have a quantum computer? I just need the one. Okay, well then, I think what I might do is take your suggestion and let's go finish up the rendezvous, at least for rendezvous 2. Just a minute, I gotta sneeze. Of course, now that I said something, it's like, no, I'm fine. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and head down. I am excited that I got that scout though. We got 2 really good scouts out of this, so that was really cool. We're flying down. Oh, that's right. I was gonna check the yeah. That's true. That's true. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and fly. There's a good reason to fly to this one because there's a trick to it. If you don't use the teleport, there is a trick to it, but it's not a bad one. It's a really nice one. We're heading in that direction. It's kind of amazing what you can see from this far away, like the land masses. I mean. Flying, and as you can see, as we get closer, you can kind of see the bases around it. And there, once you get even closer, okay, now we can see right here. This is where the ship is. We're slowing down because I want to be able to land, and I'm targeting towards this sort of rim here. And the reason I am is because you can land on this. If there's no land around you and the ship is underwater but just high enough to let you on it, my goodness, just go ahead and just land on that rim. There's enough room for it. And it's a good argument for getting the smaller ships like the Guppy or the little purple ship, because that'll give you plenty of room. But as you can see, we landed just fine. We got out just fine, and it looks good. And one of the things that I really like about this is you can just kind of walk down. Just kind of slowly enter the water at your own pace. And there's no unfriendly fish in the water here, so
Radiation protection.
yeah.
Falling.
Right, what I'm going to do right now, just because I can, is I'm going to go ahead and make the Nautilin, because all we have to do is make the Nautilin. And then get in it. Now, I do not currently have any fuel for the Nautilin, but if I get in,
Technology recharge.
and then out, I'll get the milestone. I got that milestone, yep. So we totally got that milestone for the Nautilin. I'm gonna leave it there, and I can do that in this game because I'm not playing multiplayer, so nobody's gonna see it, you know. But now I'm gonna get the next milestone by getting closer to the. There we go. Rendezvous 2. We're getting closer to the rendezvous 2 point, and here we are. And again, we do not have to go in and read the storyline, we just get it. And so then now I can just swim back. I'm gonna scan the fish just because I can. That's, you know, free money, essentially.
Units received.
Alright, and the trick to getting back up is to just sort of come around to the side here. And, yep, and then you just sort of fly up, and ta-da, you're right back up on the surface, and that's, quote, not hard at all, is it? You know, you just, there you are. Alright, I'm gonna get in the vector, so I'm not out in the weather, And we're going to claim stuff. Let's claim the teleport chamber plans, which we have the amino chamber for that. And that gets us a couple of inventory slots, and we'll let that pop in. I need 3 antimatter. Okay, good to know. Alright. So. Getting closer to squared off there. Alright, and I'm going to claim the... I'm going to leave that alone for just a moment. And we're going to go back to the freighter, and we're going to make that teleport chamber. Because we can. Yeah, life will be so much easier with it. It is kind of a game changer as you get those teleport plans. And in fact, I am just going to go ahead, because now I don't have to keep the freighter right by the star base. I'm going to call the freighter to me. Once I have the teleporter, and once I've landed on the starbase, I can just bounce between them anytime I want, once I have it. Now, I like to put my teleporter with my fleet room. So I'm heading on back here. And just going to go ahead and make the antimatter first. Need 3 antimatter. Okay. And that means condensed carbon. Alright, let's go to the refiner real quick. I'm going to need enough condensed carbon, so I'm just going to do like half of this. I'm going to put these back in storage. And we're going to hold on to that because that's going into the teleporter. It's going to take 2 minutes to do it all, but I think I only need a little bit of this. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pull that out, let the rest run. Alright. Apparently, I also need, good thing I got that copper. Alright. I'm trying to remember what I needed the ionized cobalt for. Oh, that's right, yeah. Let's see. I think now that I'm in the ship, I'll go ahead and claim some of these things so I can just put everything away. Okay. Woo, got storage augmentation for the ship. That'll be fun. go. All right. Woohoo! Yes. Okay. That's it. All right. Carbon nanotubes. Hermetic seal.
Product constructed. Product constructed. Technology installed.
Okay. Sorry, I went quiet on you. Just concentrating.
Technology recharge.
Well, let's keep moving on, I think. Actually, I do want to try a thing. I'm going to come into the freighter and put all of this away into storage first. Well, so far we've gotten quite a few things done. We have our teleporter. Yes, we're good. We have the teleporter. I've added. I was getting ready to add the technology room expansion just because it's handy when you come out of a teleporter. It could get real confusing when you first come out of a teleporter when it's enclosed like that. So it's nice to have that expansion to walk out into and not get turned around, you know. Yeah, that might be why they give it. It's just because when you just have the teleporter room and you're locked into a tiny little room, you can get turned around real easy. Okay, so there's that, and then let's see. Whoops, just a second. I don't hear something. Just a second. Can you hear me now? Hello? I can hear you now. Hello? I don't know either. It just kind of went fuzzy on us. Can you hear me? Okay. We're having a little technical difficulty with our other line. Hello. I don't either, but I'm glad to hear you. Things got real fuzzy there for a minute. I do wonder what happens. It doesn't happen a lot, but like I know, like when I'm on a road where we get police cars, right? So sometimes on my end, what'll happen is the signals will just sort of clash, and then yeah. Yeah. Well, I could say we are on part 3 now, phase 3. So we're good. We built the stellar extractor room once we get to, to the rendezvous 3. And then we gotta shoot down pirates and create a scanner room. So let's see. We're done with phase 2 now, except for the hospitality, but that was gonna have to happen off screen. All right, well, that does sound like a good idea. So since the hospitality is one that we have to do off screen, we're gonna pause here. We're gonna call it good at this, and we'll pick up again later after we have done that. It might be a little later in the afternoon. All right, so we're stopping, and I'm going to the title screen now that I've saved, and we're gonna quit to the title screen. Thank you for watching. I think so. Wait. Yes, I'll check when we get back on, yeah. Yeah. I think I do have to invite you, and then I get it. One of us has to visit somewhere somehow. That's, yeah, for it to pop, yeah.